Okay, so I'm going to do a video because all this work I've been doing. So all of these planters, you know, like I said, I've been gathering the rocks and whatever this system that I started doing to create these beds. So I created all of these different beds because I wanted it to have the wild foresty, but I wanted to be able to walk around because like this right here, when I first moved in, this is what my whole yard was like. It was very, very dense. You couldn't even get through it. So, you know, take that and turn it into something else. But so I had to, you know, cut it all out to redesign it or whatever. And so I really got into these paths. I'm so into these paths because it's so representative to life. I love it. So anyways, there is all of these. I propagated all of these from this big fern forest out behind my house in the greenbelt. So I got all of these different ferns. And some of them were just so haggard, it's so overgrown that they were suffocating each other. Little ones couldn't get up, you know, so I feel like I'm giving them this new life. And then plus, you know how I am, I feel that they're still talking to their friends behind us. And so I've got them all over, and you can just see how it's starting to get more green. And then, you know, I still keep working on all my paths, of course. And plus cleaning up all of the beds and doing all of this, like so much shoveling and raking and getting on your knees and stuff. And then, you know, getting rocks and building this whole little rockway. And all of these, by the way, these fence posts are all the small trees that had to be cut down when it was super dense and I had to redo it. And so over here is where I have my little raised beds. And these are the little bed frames. You know, I kept seeing it like that. And all of a sudden, somebody just pulled up one day and dropped them all off. I'm telling you, all you got to do is see what you want. And then don't think just because you see it that day, it's going to be there. So, you know, I've been clearing out this path. See how the rocks all start coming up. Those ones will be too big. I won't be able to get them, but there's one back there. And then I add them into my little wall bed. So I've got all of these different ferns. These ones were already here. And so I created this little path going up in here. This is all trees. So I made this little teepee because I believe it's, I don't know, natural things about me. So anyways, those are also little trees that had to be cut down. Broke my heart. But I got a lot of stuff planted right there because I was working on this bed right here trying to keep this natural. This was a tree that went down. There was a couple. Here's a stump of one. But to move the stumps is an ordeal. So I've just kind of made them like art. Like, it's kind of cool, I think. And then this one, I've got all those. And then this one I worked on a lot. This one I guess Stella's decided that's a nice place to sit, and if she keeps doing it, I'm gonna have to move that poor guy. But all of these places I've been doing all of these little gardens. This one is the walkway to go through to the raised gardens. But I've been doing all of these. That's what I've been working on every time when it's not friggin' shit outside. So all of these ferns were all propagated from ones that were back in the wild. And it's just starting to grow. When it really gets going, I just can't wait until, because it's going to be like all of these paths through my yard. But it's going to be kind of jungly between the paths in my vision, which I know my vision will become real, because it always does. So, but see, you have to put in some work. You can manifest and have your intention of what you want, but you have to be a participant. Like, you have to be active in what you want. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I love this jungly, kind of rainforesty kind of vibe. That's how I take it. But while I'm here, I'll show you like all of those branches, all empty. All of these pine needles fall non-stop. I've got trees that are completely empty of pine needles now. It's fucking heartbreaking, dude. Okay. And so, of course, my little walkway that I made going really into several of my houses, I've put in rock walkways. And so, this guy, he's been going with me for years and years. And I think this spot is finally his resting place. So, then in here, oh my gosh, I did so much work in here yesterday because I divided up beds, and there was a lot of shoveling and digging, and it was a lot of work, but I love doing it, and time flies when you're doing it. So all of the ferns, and then, creating my little gardens and my little places. That's the building I'm turning into the guest house. It already is, but I just need to do it way better. I mean, right now it's glamping, I guess, but I want it to be winterized. So all of these, see back there, that's where they're doing the work. And the lights are always on. It's quiet though right now, maybe they're sleeping. But all of these, and I had to be gathering up all of these twigs, because that was part of what I did, was just every time I would rake all of the stuff that falls, I would just put it in, and now I've just created this extremely rich soil. I just know these plants are going to do really well. You see, this is what I got to check all the time. I don't want them to get. I come out and baby them. I go around and I pamper them all day. And this guy over here, he was a big one. That was a hard one to get. But even the big ones are just like sickly back there. I mean, you can see how overgrown it is. This is what my yard was like when I moved in too. Well, it was even more dense. It was more trees in this, but and I want to get it jungly like that, but just more in, like, I want natural garden places. But look at how much stuff grows, like, just naturally. So that's why I'm going back and propagating, getting stuff that grows naturally. Still back there guarding. Just always guarding. When you're on the other side of someone's fence, you see all the stuff that they don't want to see, but you see it clearly. And then this one too. So I kind of redesigned it yesterday too, and you have to go and rake it all up and move stuff around, and so anyways, that's what I've got going in. I'll do an update. I'll show you the little ramp thing too. This is still in the process, but all of that was just rotting on the dirt. Now we'll freaking see how the whole front porch, it's like the whole damn porch was gonna fall off. So anyways, I'm so lucky my son-in-law came right at the time. Like, everything, I'm telling you, when you get in alignment, things just work. The timing is just fucked, dude. So anyways, I'm really digging this ramp though. And Stella, it's working good for her, but I think I'm gonna put the ramp on the other side because it would work good for bringing furniture in. And over here, I'll put the steps back up. And then I think I'm gonna do some big stone pavers under. But then this is the deck that I scavenged all of this wood. and built this deck. And then I painted all these stones because flowers wouldn't grow. So I created my own. And that's the furniture. I took the cushions off because the rain will destroy them. So anyways, that's the furniture I redid. And this is my little outdoor kitchen. I love this. And you know, another thing I want to say before I go is yesterday I saw this person, and they were talking about the square footage of their house. And they were saying something like, oh, I got a 3,000 square foot house, you know, and I've got a lot of stuff I've got to upkeep. And then a little while later, I saw somebody, and they were talking about, like, I have a 7,000. Oh, no, it was up at the food bank. Oh, there was something else I wanted to say, too, about that. Because I did tell that woman that won't work for me. But anyways, so somebody was up there, and they were talking about renting a place to somebody or selling a place. And they were talking about square footage. And he was talking about the land size. And he says 7,000 square foot like everybody else's or something like that. So I was thinking 7,000 square feet. 3,000 square foot house, which most people, they want all this indoor living space, right? They want these huge houses. And so I was thinking it's crazy because my house is 650 square foot. So if I've got 7,000 square foot of property and my house is 650, and then my little building, that's probably 100 back there. That other one, I don't know, maybe 200. But it's still outdoor living in the other building. But that is what I get, so much outdoor living space, so much space to just come out and be in my own little sanctuary, you know? That's what I think people have forgotten, is that living outdoors, it can bring you so much peace and happiness, and everybody does just want to go indoors and breathe stagnant air and fake light. Well, I mean, they're putting the fake light outside now, so. But anyways, it's a change of all of our attitudes and our priorities. That's what's got to change, you know.